love that theme song. It gets me grooving. I feel great. Welcome back. We are back with another episode of the Hustle and Close podcast. I know it's been a while, but we are back. I got the boys with me. The team is here. You know the guys. Chad, JJ. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Man,
What's
it's been a
up?
while, man. Let's bring the energy. All right, I'm feeling really good about this one. It's been a few months, man. We've been conquering the world and saving the the human race from the aliens and all this other stuff. So but we are back, man, and I'm super excited about this episode. We got a lot to cover. But we also want this to be a good listen, so we're not gonna hold you guys for too long. But we do want to get to some stuff. What's going on, fellas? Talk to me.
Non-stop, baby. Alabama
Non-stop.
last week. It is good, fun stuff going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What's up, Chad?
No, everything's good on this end. Got a lot of stuff. We got home shows going. We've got all kinds of shows going actually, and about to be doing a lot of traveling.
Oh yeah. Travel. It's travel time. It's travel season, man. Speaking of travel season, man, you traveling to go to any games, any events, anything going on right now in the world of sports for you? Well, let's just get right to it, Chad. We talked about in our pre-production meeting. You wanted to talk about the Steelers, and we told you to hold it because we love hearing your Steelers talk on this show. So
Yeah.
it's become a thing. I think our audience looks forward to it too.
Yep.
So we'll let you get right into it.
Before you start, Chad, tell us about Russell Wilson. We can do that later. Go ahead.
He's a bum. And then so the best part about it is we have a receiving core now from hell.
Yes,
like
you do.
Just throw the ball down the middle, but we don't have a quarterback at all. No, like zero.
Well, I'm hearing Aaron Rodgers is making a decision today.
So okay, they said he's making a decision today. I don't want Aaron Rodgers, but here's what I want. I mean, we went out and got a cornerback from Philadelphia. We lost Najee. There's JJ's boy in the draft, Cam Skidaboo, right?
No, that's running back.
Yeah, let's go. Let's solidify the running back position. Let's work on that offensive line. Let's lock these guys down, re-sign TJ. All right. And now the talk is they're bringing Mason Rudolph back.
Oh my God.
Now I'm thinking they might do what I want them to do. Let's just run our chances. Let's run a season. If we lose, we lose. And let's go after Arch next year.
So I think a lot of teams are gonna tank for Arch. Here's the thing though. I don't think Mike Tomlin can afford to do that because his whole kind of aura at this point is never having a losing season. And I love Mike Tomlin, but if he has a like number one pick type of losing season, he might be out of there.
But the draft is in Pittsburgh that season.
But
could you imagine? I would love it. I mean,
you have right now. You throw an Aaron Rodgers in there for a year and get a Drake May, get a Cam Moore, get a Sanders, get one of them that can learn under Aaron for a year, and then give him the rest. Man,
Sanders might actually fall. He might be available wherever y'all picking at. So,
and that's why I'm talking about
Cam, I mean,
because Cam's going to fall second, third round because he's not highly. But you put that little electric dude out there with them receivers that tight end, man.
But you also think about it like Sanders was like they were all saying that he was going to go to Cleveland, right? Like that's
I don't think his dad is going to let him go to Cleveland. I think they'll 86 that one. Just Cleveland is Cleveland is the burial ground for quarterbacks. You go there to die as a quarterback. Like,
did you see who just went there?
Yeah,
yeah, I saw that.
But see, I don't know if you were talking, Chad, when me and Isaac was talking, and I don't know the rules on this. Me and Isaac had a conversation a few months ago that Warner Sanders and Hunter both said we don't want to be drafted. We'll be undrafted free agents. And then they go to the same team. I don't know the rules on that. I don't know how you could make that happen. But because they're not in it for the money, NIL has already paid them.
Didn't
So
Elway do that?
It's not that first draft pick money that people crave anymore.
I thought Elway did something like that, right?
No, Elway did the same thing Eli Manning did, which was say, I'm not playing for the Baltimore Colts at the time. And so they ended up moving him to Denver.
Who was it that said that, you know what, I'm going to go play baseball? It was Russell Wilson.
That was Elway.
Well, I thought Wilson did it too.
Elway did it. Elway teetered with baseball. Kyler Murray actually teetered with baseball. I think Kyler Murray was a first round pick in the MLB draft. So
where's he? What's his deal right now? Is he free?
He's Arizona still.
Yeah, he's.
I know, but like,
he just signed a big deal.
Yeah, he's still.
So what do you guys do if you're Brock in San Francisco?
Give me my money.
Your team just left.
Give me my money. give me my money. That's what I want. I want my money. That's it.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. Show me the money. Before we lose our female interaction with all of the sports talk, there was another interesting thing that happened over the last week. LeBron ran down on Stephen A. Smith. I thought that was pretty interesting. I think we have some opposing takes on this. What were your thoughts on that, JJ?
So we all know, and you cannot deny it one bit, that the only reason why Bronny is in the NBA and got drafted where he did was his daddy. Can't hate him. It is what it is. But you average 4 points a game in college, and you get drafted like you did. Help me.
Okay, well, I can help you because
I'm listening.
The thing about the NBA draft is more so than any other sport, it's less about production and more about potential. Okay, so I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Peyton Watson, if you don't know who that is, he plays for the Denver Nuggets, was a first round pick. Bronny was the third to last pick in the draft. Peyton Watson was a first round pick to the Denver Nuggets. I think he was taken either 29th or 30th overall. Guess how much he averaged in college? 3 points. This year, AJ Johnson.
What position?
He was a guard. He was a point guard. He was a point guard, shooting guard.
Okay.
AJ Johnson, a shooting guard, was taken in this same draft as Bronny. First round to the Milwaukee Bucks. His brother is Jalen Green, who plays for the Houston Rockets.
Yep.
Guess how much he averaged? 3 points. Bronny actually averaged more points, rebounds, and assists than that kid. He was taken in the first round. Because in the NBA, more so than any other sport, it's based off of potential. I think sometimes we don't like to add context to things, right? And I think we just look at it and we say, oh, this was the result, and that's it. We do that in our professional life, right? Sometimes we get caught up in results and not necessarily the context of how we got there. I want people to remember that going into his freshman year, Bronny was a McDonald's All-American, which is the highest honor you can get as a high school senior. That was not awarded because of his dad. That was
what was his stats? Do you remember what he averaged in high school?
I think he averaged like 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, something like that in high school at his senior year. Played for Sierra Canyon, which is like one of the best high schools in the country. They're a team that's full of like college and pro. It's like everybody on the team is going to college. Everybody's going D1. It's one of those type of schools.
Yeah.
Anyway, make a long story short, Bronny goes into camp, from all accounts, killing it, doing well. And then what happens? He literally dies. He has a cardiac arrest, right? The kid is out for half the season. He comes back in the second half of the season, and yeah, he doesn't play as well because I literally my heart just stopped.
Yeah.
Like it takes a little time for someone to mentally get over that, right? Because every time I run up the court, I'm thinking, is the same thing going to happen to me that happened in practice that day? Like, am I going to? So yeah, it takes a little time to build your confidence up, and that doesn't happen in 3 months of whatever was left of his college year. That don't happen in really a year. We seen Derrick Hamlin, who played for the Buffalo Bills, and we seen what happened with him. He's just now this season. That happened 2 years ago. He's just now getting back on the field, really.
Yep.
So it takes some time, and I think people. The easy thing to say is, "Oh, you got it because you're LeBron's son."
But you did.
The kid's a good player, and I think he would have been drafted regardless because I think just his genes alone, somebody would have been like, "Hey," because if when people say he didn't deserve it, I say, "Well, who did?"
Yeah.
But
I think it's more about who did. It's more the way he had it done compared to where it was. Because if he would have got drafted by another team other than the Lakers, people would have nothing to say. But because he went to the Lakers and Daddy's team, that's why people have stuff to say.
Well, according to all accounts, his agent told other teams, "Don't draft him." There were a couple of other teams that were picking before him who was drafted. Now, the other thing I'll say is when you look at his G League stats, he's got the best G League stats of any of the other rookies, right? He's doing great. He's averaging 22, 23 points a game in the G League, which is where he should be playing, right? That's where most rookies play. Most rookies don't come in and contribute right away. Most rookies go to the G League, they earn
Kevin Garnett,
they get reps.
They ain't all like that.
They're not all like that. Most rookies they get reps down there and then they come up and then they, just it's called development, right? Yeah. And so I think he's just in the development phase. I won't bore everybody with that, but I just wanted to touch on that because we were talking about that also.
That's right.
And I thought it would be a good topic because
that's right. I think
people don't give context to the results that they saw.
One thing about it is documentation will always beat conversation. 3 years down the road when we have this conversation, if he's proved everybody wrong, you can't say nothing.
Can't say nothing. And for Stephen A. Smith gets on TV every day and says, if you see me in the arena and you got a problem with anything I say, come talk to me. Holla at me. And LeBron did that. So,
and what you gonna do to that mammoth? I mean, he will swallow you. I mean,
I just don't get the whole victim blaming, victim stuff by Stephen A. acting like he's a victim in this.
But that's how Stephen A. gets his hits.
Yeah.
Every day, almost Stephen A. figures out something to say that's going to trigger somebody, so he's in the limelight.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't hate him. I mean, it's what he's done. It's how he made his money.
What he does. It's what he does. Is what he does.
So,
let's get into it, man. Let's talk real quick. I want to transition. Let's give them some nuggets, man. Let's give them. They came here to have some fruit bear. Let's bear some fruit for them. It's first quarter, right? We're at the end of the first quarter. It's March. We've all been in sales. We know what that's like. We know, obviously, as the year starts, things, the wheels are turning, right? They may be turning a little slower, but now we're starting to, we're starting to kick it into 4th, 5th gear, and now we're stretching our legs out a little bit, going into the second quarter. So, Chad, what are your perceptions of how a sales rep should view this particular month, March, leading into the second quarter, and how we should prepare ourselves for that?
Well, in our industry, we have peaks and valleys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're coming into our busiest season. Like,
absolutely,
from the second and third quarter makes your entire year, but it's the foundation that you put in this back end and the work that you put in. And we always compare a lot to sports. I know we do, but this right now you're doing what makes you great, what differentiates you from somebody that's just going on the practice field to somebody that's going into a Hall of Fame. You're doing the work now that's going to see the fruit of your labor down the road. It's taking the opportunities and working them. You got to look outside the box. So, because a lot of reps, and I've done it in my past, like you get tunnel vision. You only work on one project and that's it. This right now, this is where you're spreading your wings, planting the seeds for those big dogs that are going to come in at the end of the year. And you have to be laying the foundation. Otherwise, a lot of times people fail because, I mean, yeah, it's the first quarter, but you got to look at that fourth quarter is only 1 month. I mean, October, November, December, boom, it's 1 month.
Yeah,
And you got to figure it out. Like, hey, I need to get paid all year long. How am
yeah,
I going to hit my numbers throughout the year? And this is where
agreed,
you do it.
agreed. Go ahead, JJ.
No, I mean, you're right on. I mean, we always say whatever you do today affects you in 90 days, and it affects you throughout the rest of the year. Planting them seeds throughout the year so that they end up growing in the fourth quarter is how you make the fourth quarter what it is. What you do today affects your fourth quarter every day. I think what we need to focus on right now in our industry is continuing to grow our relationships, because I think one thing that we're
Yeah.
lacking is being out there in front of people. And if we're out there door knocking, instead of trying to sell something the day we're out there door knocking, go out there and sell a friendship. Go out there and sell a relationship, because that's what's going to get you to the next level when you're out there hitting these doors.
100%, 100%. Yeah, I'll chime in on that, man. I think it's. I want to compartmentalize it a little bit. I want to talk about the first quarter, and how we find success there, and then talk about the what it's like leading into the second quarter, and then obviously the third quarter, like Chad spoke about. So I think from the first quarter perspective, so much of the success that you saw as a rep this quarter, or that you may not have seen the results that you wanted to see, were based on the work that you put in the fourth quarter, right? So the we always say whatever you do today, you see the results from in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, right? So, the work that you do put in or the work that you don't put in, the activity that you have will rear its head within 3 to 4 weeks. And so, I think a lot of times we like to look at December sometimes as like, oh, it's an off month or whatever, whatever. December is one of the most important months of the year because it really sets you up for the first quarter going into January and February, right? So that's extremely important. And so if you didn't see the results you saw, it's probably because maybe we didn't have the activity we needed to have November and December. If we did see the results we wanted, that's probably a byproduct of what you did late in that fourth quarter. Now, the importance of the second quarter, man, right now for me, I view it as probably, and I'm in the South, so it's a little bit different. I know some areas of the country they're still getting snow, but here in sunny South Georgia, this is probably one of the best time for sales, right? Because it's starting to warm up, right? We're starting to see those 70, 75-degree days. People are happy. They're coming out of the house now. Right now, it's St. Patrick's Day weekend coming up, in obviously Savannah has one of the largest St. Patrick's Day celebrations in America. I think it's the second or third largest. So there's a lot of energy right now, right? People are feeling good about themselves. People are willing to talk. They're coming out of their shelter from the cold winter, and ready to do business, frankly. And so I think this is the perfect time to get out and talk to people. To your point, JJ, we like to use it. I used it as a rep. It's cold outside, man. I don't want to be out there just running around in the cold and the snow and it's raining and then it's this and it's that. Well, now's the perfect time, right? We got some 60, 70-degree weather. It's very comfortable. We can go out there and we can build relationships, to JJ's point. Now is the time to go out there and build relationships. When it comes to prospecting, don't think of it as, I got to go sell something. Think of it as, I'm just going out to talk to somebody, right? I'm just going out to have a conversation, and have meaningful conversations, right? Not just hand out my business card. That is blind work, if like I like to say. We want to go out and have some meaningful conversations with some people, and there is no better time than right now, because the weather is great right now to be outside and be talking to people. Once we get into especially again where I live at. Once we get into July and August, man, that heat is unbearable with the humidity and everything. I mean, you can be out there for 5 minutes and just be drenched in sweat. So right now is the perfect time to get out there, get active, get your activity up, right? So you can store those nuts like a squirrel does for the winter, right? I like to use that analogy, but you can stack your funnel up with some stuff and help propel you and catapult you into a strong second quarter, and then obviously that leading into the third quarter. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Any
So Isaac, just to change the subject because you brought up a memory.
okay.
I was in Savannah one year during St. Patty's Day,
Yeah.
and I am not a crowd person.
Oh.
I'm not a crowd. It was amazing to see the river green. That was pretty neat.
Mhm.
But if you are not a crowd person down there, I think it's called River Street down
River.
there on that. If you are not a crowd person, I would suggest that is not the road you want to be on St. Patrick's Day weekend.
I will suggest to you, if you're not a crowd person, don't come to Savannah.
Man,
But if you want to see something amazing,
oh, it was. I mean, I did it once. I got the T-shirt, but
and for some people, that's all you need. I've lived here my whole life, right? So
yep.
it's a big deal. I think they welcome 1.5 million people into the city just for
Oh,
that one, just for this week. So like every hotel is sold out. Chad, if you ever get an opportunity,
yeah.
and I'll say this to our audience,
Good.
if any of you guys ever get an opportunity, I implore you to take one weekend in March, 1 year, come enjoy Savannah for St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Yeah.
It is the most incredible experience you'll ever have.
Well, we on this show do some fact checking,
Uh-oh.
and I have to tell you, I was impressed. It says New York City is the largest parade in the United States. Second largest is Savannah.
Bam.
I was always under the assumption it was Chicago.
Yeah.
But
Well, they flip flop. Chicago sometimes take two. Savannah fall to three. It's usually those three are the top three: Savannah, Chicago, and New York.
And Chad, if you've never been to Savannah, they've got these steps, and I call them death steps because when you walk up these steps from River Street to get back on the main side of town, listen.
Yeah, we literally call them the death
Do
steps
you?
here
Yeah.
because they are so I don't know what you want to call that, but steep. Yeah, they're super steep. It's almost like you're going straight up instead of like at an angle. It's crazy.
You're on an elevator on steps.
And it's really bad if you've enjoyed the libations throughout the day and you're trying to go do that. So
yeah. When we were gonna walk up them steps, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
AJ and you said something, enjoying libations, making friends. Like, yeah, guys, that's what we have to do. And we say it all the time when we are, talking to newer reps coming on board, that we want them to be the mayor of their territory.
That's right.
Be the person. And we have some really successful, I mean, we all know some successful people that have made that their mantra. I'm trying to Stone, for example. We had him on a couple episodes ago, and he's the mayor of his town, right? Sean, one of our other guests, he knows this. He knows his segment very, very well, and people know to call him. That's what you need, and you don't need to be the expert, right? With like the technology and everything, you have teams around you that you can rely on other people, but be that facilitator and make those contacts when you're out at a gala event or if you're out at like a birthday party. Talk. People are always looking.
That's right. It's it's one of those things where it's what they call it, like the 2-foot rule or the 6-foot rule. Like anybody within your reach should know who you are and what you do. Like bottom line, whether it's the person at the grocery store checking you out, whether it's when you go visit your doctor's office for a checkup, like everybody should know who you are and what you do. And what you'll this is a good segue. Good, very good segue. What you'll notice is as you go in these places, especially for our new reps, especially who haven't been in the industry, and all of my experienced reps can also they know this too, because I'm sure we all do it. You go in places, and what do? Your eyes start immediately looking. You're looking around, you're checking for cameras. It almost looked like you're scouting the place, right? Like you're looking at it like you're trying to scout the joint or whatever, because you're just looking around and seeing where all the cameras. But it's just something innately in you once you've been in this game for a little while. As soon as you step in and you start looking around and see, oh, do they have cameras? Do they have, if you're a commercial, do they have access control? Do I see fire equipment in here? Like, you're just looking for all of that stuff. One opportunity that I want you guys to start looking for is an opportunity for the new alarm.com PoE video door station. It's a doorbell. It's a video doorbell. I don't know if we have any pictures of it that we could put up, but maybe we can get some of that stuff after the fact. But really, really cool piece of equipment that just dropped here in the last 2 months or so. But it has some really, really cool features. One of the things that I love about it is that, and this goes for some of our small business or commercial customers. One of the things I see here is that, there's going to be some cool future updates coming where maybe this thing has a built-in card reader and things like that. So those are some things that we want to stay on the lookout for. But we do have that new PoE doorbell, full HD resolution for you guys as well. So I want you to keep an eye out for that, and keep an eye out for opportunities where some of our customers may need something like that, especially, like I said, in the small business, maybe even in the commercial space. So all right, I told you guys we weren't going to keep you too long. But before we get out of here, I do want to talk about one thing. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but I am watching a TV show right now that, off the first season, ranks extremely high for me. I'm talking about maybe in my top 6 or 7 all time. Off one season, just the first season. Just the first season. If you haven't had an opportunity, go on Hulu and watch Paradise.
Oh, yes.
Is absolutely amazing. It's called Paradise. What's my guy? What's the guy from he was in what's the show?
This Is Us.
This Is Us. Dang, I can't think of his name, man. Somebody look up his name. What's the dude's name?
Sterling Brown.
Sterling K. Brown. Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah.
He was in This Is Us, which is another amazing show. But man,
little bit of info about Paradise.
Little bit of info. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Oh no, you can just do what the trailer said.
Look, if you
don't give where they go.
If you don't want to hear it, there's a little fast forward button, little 10-second button. Hit that a couple times and skip this part. All right, so I'll give you the base of the show. Base of the show is something catastrophic happens. It takes all the way through the first season to find out what. I won't tell you.
All right.
But something catastrophic happens on Earth. And in the US, they end up building a city under the Colorado Rockies, right? Under the mountains. They end up building a city that holds about 25,000 people. All right. And first episode, the president, who's the president of the US, is now the president of the city. He gets killed. And so they're going through the first season is basically trying to solve that mystery of who did it, and then also uncovering like what happened and how we got to this point, right? So it's, outstanding show. Okay. It's an outstanding show, like A++ level.
So you said it was 6. Give us your 5 in front of it so we know where you're at.
Oh, now you're putting me on the spot. I don't necessarily have a 5. I'll say,
Okay.
man, I'll just throw a couple of my favorites out there. Like Entourage is one of my favorites. The Wire. Um, I'll tell you a sleeper if you never saw it. Queen of the South is a sleeper. It's really good. It's really good. Man, there's so many good shows. I won't. I can't think of everything right now, but those are a couple of them. Entourage is my favorite show of all time. I grew up watching Entourage and was just like, I want to live in LA and be like movie stars. Like it's just amazing.
So the preview of Paradise, the president's Secret Service gets shot, saving his life. Who is Sterling K. Brown? He's the main character. Sterling K. Brown and the president become very, very good friends, and then all the shit, everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like,
if I'm a person I like Landman, Lioness, am I gonna fit in?
Yeah. So I'll tell you, like, it's like the Truman Show. There's an aspect of, like, the Truman Show. Remember that, Jim Carrey?
Yep. Where they kind of guided his life the whole time, and he didn't know they were guiding his life.
Yeah. So there's an aspect of that, and then and then it's like a combination of, like, just that element, but then a little bit of Lost and a little bit of, like, Jack Ryan. Like,
okay. So it's got all kind of, you're going all over the place with it.
Jack Ryan might be in my top 5 too. That might be up there for me. If you can tell, like, I love, like, those
Born Supremacy.
Yeah, man. I love, like, that's deep to my heart. I love that type of stuff. The secret operative, military, I love that stuff. So that's up there for me.
And because I don't live down in the South where it snowed last Saturday night up here.
It's 70 degrees here.
So my weekends consist of, it's 70 today, so which is awesome.
Okay.
My weekends have consisted of watching TV, right? And like right now I'm watching Reacher season 3, which has been, it's good. I'm pumped because it caused me to go back and rewatch the first 3 seasons. And this show, like, when I say this is this show that I watch, it is up there as one of the greatest shows of all time. Cinematically written well. It embraces this. And when I say it, it's hard to believe that because Disney has taken the Marvel assets and have made it. I was afraid that they were going to make it campy and then whatever. Daredevil is amazing.
Really?
Oh my God. Like this new season, like what they do in the first episode, in the first 5 minutes of the new season, it's called Daredevil Born Again.
Okay.
And I didn't think that they were gonna, like, go back to the Netflix stuff, but they had to, because that guy was awesome and the Kingpin was awesome. In the first 5 minutes of the new season, you're like, what just happened? And like and now that show had a bunch of reshoots and like that first 10 minutes of the show was an actual reshoot that changed the entire direction of the show, and it saved its butt. Wow. I also watched another show called, it's a cartoon.
We lost Chad.
We lost him.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
What was the cartoon?
Invincible.
Okay.
It's by the guy that did Walking Dead.
Okay.
And it's
another really good show.
It's got, like, the cast is insane. Like Sterling Brown's in it. I'm trying to think. Invincible cast. Here we go. Just listen to this cast. Stephen Yeun. He plays. He played the guy that Negan killed with the baseball bat in Walking Dead.
Yeah.
You also got Mark Hamill, Seth Rogen, Lauren Cohen, Zachary Quinto from I think Heroes. He also played Spock. J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons is in it. I mean, this cast is crazy and it's so good.
Interesting.
But now sports are back. My biggest thing was I got to share this with y'all. I am on the road to WrestleMania. I went to Indianapolis. I was yeeting with the crowd when Jey Uso won. Now I've got less than 30 days till I'm in Sin City for WrestleMania 41, and I cannot wait to see John Cena.
Nice. What hotel you staying at in Vegas?
We're at the Bellagio.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, we're staying at the Bellagio, and Saturday night, I think we have dinner reservations at Hell's Kitchen one night.
Gordon Ramsay.
And then I was like, oh man, that stinks because we're in Vegas and it gets like WrestleMania is over at 11. No, I didn't take into consideration we're in Vegas. It's over at 7. And I'm like, oh, that's what time you get up in Vegas.
Yeah, seriously. Oh man. Well, awesome, man. Well, we're excited. We're excited to see what the second quarter is going to bring us. But most importantly, man, let's finish strong in the first quarter. Let's finish the first quarter the right way, close this thing out strong. But other than that, man, it's been another episode.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I need to say is the people that we've recently worked with, trained, and man, there are some killers out there right now.
Yeah.
And I've never seen this last group of guys that came in and gals are so engaged. And I love it.
For sure.
I love it.
We got some I had to ship out some stuff from our last virtual sales course. I had to ship some stuff out. So it should be on the way to them. I been on the road and totally forgot, but it's on the way to them now. I got that stuff shipped out last night. So we got our most outstanding performer. He's got his stuff coming. Mr. Should we shout him out here?
Shout him out.
All right, Mr. Grayson Horan was our most outstanding performer of the February virtual sales course. So he's got a little gift bag coming his way, and then we did some trivia and some other stuff. One thing we do have to do, we said we were going to give a little gift out to whoever had the highest RMR out of the class for last month. I feel like that was your guy, Chad, out of I want to say Philadelphia.
It was Columbia. Ronaldo.
No. I'm talking about out of the virtual sales course.
Oh yeah,
the new hires. Anyway, we got that stuff coming too. So really excited, man. We got some good stuff coming along. But other than that, man, this was another great episode of the Hustle and Close podcast. Remember, the HNC is not just for hustle and close; it is for humility and character. Show it, know it, and believe it. Till next time.
Later.